If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. I wanted to cover this music video by The Weeknd because it has to do with the black goo, to a sense. It has to do with transhumanism, connecting humans with machines. Again, this is something we hear them openly talk about at the World Economic Forum. So much so that they literally have said that they want to eliminate money, that they want men and technology to become one. They want the internet inside of you. And this is stuff that we've seen in the Matrix, right? And we're living in the Matrix. A lot more truth in the movies and the television shows than there are on the news. And that's a fact. So this song is called Moth to a Flame, this video and song. And of course, the expression moth to a flame is commonly used in reference. I'm sure you've heard it before when someone's like moth to a flame. It's commonly used in reference to someone being attracted to someone or something that will hurt or even kill them. So how ironic, right? That we see this transhuman video where all of these things look like Prometheus, from the movie Prometheus, which, of course features the black goo. And these are the demons and the things that they're bringing over. This is humanity, of course, being connected to this machine. And just take a look. It's almost laughable at this point. You remember, obviously, the scene in the Matrix, which I'll show you in a second, where, Neo and all these people are now in the future hooked up to these machines. And that's the new world that they live in, right? And of course, The Weeknd, if you're not familiar with who he is, he did the Super Bowl halftime show, which I covered and exposed. I've exposed some of his videos over the years, which obviously in hindsight aren't extremely important things, just filled with signs and symbols. Although one of the last ones he did, of course, was a tribute to Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I believe the name of it is the Hunter S. Thompson movie about Hunter S. Thompson's life, who was one of the most deplorable human beings, if you want to call him that has ever lived. Of course, it stars his butt buddy, Johnny Depp, and it's about adrenochrome. That's what the movie's about. It glorifies it. So people have seen it, and they're like, oh, it's so cool. I'd love to try it. It's like acid. It's really disturbing stuff. I have videos on it. I'm not even sure if they're still up here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure one of them at least is over on my website. But that's, this is the type of stuff that they do. So he's paying homage of what is to come. And, of course, using the expression like moth to flames, because that's all this stuff is right in front of your face. He's not using the expression like moth to flames because, he could very well obviously be a flamer, but he's not using it for no reason whatsoever. This music video doesn't fit in with this because these people are going to be attracted to this technology, want this technology, and like moths to flames, they're going to end up dooming themselves like most people are right now with the specific potion. Right? So let's take a look at some of the things going on in the video, which are pretty interesting. Now, the video is basically, they show the morphing, which almost looks like the morphing of, these aliens and these demons, I should say, and humans mixing, which we know in the Bible has occurred. We know what we're living now in the days of Noah, right? These aren't things that should surprise anyone. And like I said, being attracted to someone or something that will hurt or even kill them. And how many times have we heard with the quantum computers, right? I talked about that guy. I'm just calling him Dr. Frankenstein, who was talking about how these things that we're bringing over aren't even going to like us and might even want to run us over and destroy us. Man, it's a great idea. Let's do that. Well, the rest of society thinks that all of this stuff that we talk about is all make-believe, conspiracy, tinfoil hat stuff, even though everything we've discussed has come to fruition. We were talking about the magic potions before the outbreak. It's been a big topic for decades. And, now that it's here, it's like, oh, please, oh, please. It's just constantly, oh, please. And then when it happens, they're so prideful, they just go, you don't know what you're talking. Yeah, okay, well, it's totally different than what you were saying. Oh, yeah? Talking about the destruction of the economy, talking about FEMA camps, right? Take a look at Australia, martial law, all of this stuff that's coming. Right? Well, these are ways that they show you what's coming, and they rub it in your face, and they laugh in the faces of these pathetic people who worship them and worship the ground that these celebrities walk on, these false idols that the Bible warns about. So you see man mixing here, and then you see all of these demon things, right? They're covered in white. And again, doesn't it look very oddly familiar with these cords coming out of them like this? And of course it looks oddly familiar because that's what they're referencing. They're showing you what the world and what society is going to be. And people are, they see this and they're like, oh, call this crazy conspiracy. And then when this actually goes down the way that it's going to go down, they're just going to still sit there and go, yeah, but, no, you're still a crazy I mean, it's just, that's what we're living in right now. Like I said a million times, we have a society that thinks you're phobic to certain things. If you don't agree, they just label you that literally wants to do bottom surgeries and stuff on themselves. I mean, it's unbelievable. So you see all the cords, right? And you see these things tied up. Then you see them all gathered together. And of course you have people who still resemble humans walking around with masks on. And that again makes me think about what I've been saying in regards to the masks and the cooling of the atmosphere. And of course how the masks aren't going away. But, it's not a coincidence that they have a guy people walking through these demonic beings wearing masks. Okay? It's not coincidentally done there. He didn't go, wear your mask because we need to be C19 proof safe on set. Because the Weeknd's not wearing one, and neither are any of these demonic entities who are all connected to machinery. And then, of course, you see at the end, they're all laying there. They're all connected to their machines, laying down. As the cords are all, the people like the Weeknd, like he's got them all wrapped around him. I mean, this is the reality that, I understand that people see it and they're like, this is just like a sci-fi movie. It doesn't make sense. It's never going to be like that. If you can't see the massive switch in the way the world is headed, the switch has been hit. Things aren't the same. And why do you think so many people are miserable and depressed right now? Because a lot of people know it's not going back to the way it was. And they can't really figure out why. They don't know what's going on. They're like, why? Oh, politics and, these. What do you think that they're doing? What do you think that they're doing? This is about control. This is about the change, the transformation. Okay, that's another trigger word. Transformation. You see the transformation in this video? I've been talking about it for years. The transformation is a common term always used. Transformation. Rihanna's anti-diary, which I've said a million times, do another video on because that was the very first video I did, and it's long scrubbed off the internet. But the entire video is about the transformation that's coming, and it's got Lady Gaga and other people's voices used in it and talking about the transformation. Some people have seen it, and they're just like, oh, this is a spooky-looking anti-diary. It's about the Antichrist, the coming of the Antichrist. It's all revealed in front of everyone. It's just that there's so many young people out there, and I shouldn't even just define it as young people. There's so many people out there who are so dumbed down. They see this stuff, and they think it's some type of artistic expression. They're like, oh, Rihanna sat in a room, and she talked about, chiseling a tattoo, a mark right on somebody's forehead, and then black goo comes out of their nose. The Weeknd was just being super artistic when he was referencing adrenochrome, and then a year later, or however long it's been, he's doing Moth to a Flame, and he's showing these people hooked up to these long cords that look like vacuum hoses, just like we saw in The Matrix. And of course, they all look like this. They look like what we're told is going to be coming over. I mean, there are no coincidences. They do these things on purpose to show you what is coming, what the agendas are, what the plans are. It's as simple as that. And it's already in progress. This isn't like, oh, yeah, McCall, that's like 50 years down the line. It's happening right now. What do you think the potion is leading towards? See the video I did yesterday on it? Just showing you the clip. They're prepping people. They're putting videos out there from YouTubers who have millions of views talking about how cool the graph is going to be. And people don't even realize they already got the graph. And once you get the graph, there ain't no getting rid of the graph. So this is just going to continue on, obviously, and the music videos are going to get stranger and stranger. Not that they necessarily matter. I get in the grand scheme of things, for most of us who are awake, it's like, whatever, right? I hear these egotistical other people, they're always like, Colin's talking about this music video, and he's like, all this stuff's going on. This all ties into it. This all ties into transhumanism, what's going on. This is conditioning for the masses, and this is why it's important to discuss. Because this is how they condition the youth. This is how they condition people out there into going along with what they want done. So this video is just filled with garbage, right? This is the whole Prometheus thing. What was he like? Oh, I'm going to do a Prometheus theme and a Matrix theme. That's what the common person will tell themselves if they hear something like this. They wouldn't even know off the bat that that's what he was doing, that he was referencing, transhumanism or anything like that. They wouldn't even remember the Matrix or Prometheus or any of those types of movies. But they'd be like, oh, yeah, no, he's just referencing that. That's what he's doing. Yeah, man and technology connected as one. This is the future of our world. Remember, it's just like these people who are going to continue to get rolled out. The Weeknd, Lil Nas X, they are going to be the ones who are now molding the future generations. The days of the ones that 5-10 years ago, you don't see Beyonce as much anymore. I don't remember the last time we saw Rihanna. A lot of these people are bowing out. They've done their jobs. They've done their due diligence. They're out in their bunkers now. And we have a new era of these people that they're rolling out. And these are two of the big ones. And The Weeknd is one of the biggest. He just did the Super Bowl. So what does that say, right? And they put him out there in front of 100 million people. He's going to be a massive influencer. And he's conditioning people for what is coming. And all his videos, I'm sure, from this day forward, are going to be these types of videos, preparing, showing, and telling you what the future holds. A reminder, check out the website at callforuprising.com. It's $2.99 a month. If you haven't checked it out, please consider doing so. It's well worth it. I uploaded a new video there yesterday. I got other stuff to come about the old magic potion, which you can't upload here. And please make sure you sub to my backup channel, because one more strike, you're going to wake up and this channel will be gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happens very soon. Usually when I go to around 100,000, they terminate my channels if you're new. This is like the fourth channel I've built out to 100,000. I have 2 dead channels, which haven't gained a subscriber in 3 years. We had 500,000 and 400,000, the 2 channels. So I constantly am building these out. And when I hit around 120,000, that's usually the marker where they take it down. I got to start over. So I do have one other channel ready, and I'm going to be creating another one in the next few days. So stay tuned for that as well. I thank you guys for being here. I thank the patrons, and I thank all of you for your support. I appreciate it greatly. God bless all of you and your families.